Chapter 5, Business Communication. Part 5, Frequently Asked Questions, FAQs. Key takeaways, conclusion, and references. What is business communication? Business communication is the process of exchanging information within an organization and with external stakeholders to achieve organizational objectives. It includes verbal, written, nonverbal, visual, and digital communication, all of which support effective management, collaboration, and decision-making. Why is business communication important? Business communication is essential because it facilitates coordination, strengthens teamwork, improves employee engagement, supports leadership, enhances customer satisfaction, and contributes to organizational success. Without effective communication, misunderstandings, inefficiencies, and conflict are more likely to occur. What are the main types of business communication? Business communication can be classified as internal or external, formal or informal, and may occur through verbal, written, nonverbal, visual, or digital channels. Each type serves a specific purpose depending on the audience, message, and organizational context. What are the biggest barriers to communication? Common barriers include language differences, cultural diversity, information overload, emotional factors, poor listening skills, organizational hierarchy, technological failures, and unclear messages. Recognizing these barriers enables organizations to implement strategies that improve communication effectiveness. How does communication influence leadership? Leadership depends on effective communication. Successful leaders communicate a clear vision, motivate employees, build trust, resolve conflicts, provide constructive feedback, and guide organizations through periods of change. Communication enables leaders to create positive organizational cultures where employees feel valued and engaged. What role does technology play in business communication? Technology has significantly expanded communication, opportunities through email, video conferencing, collaborative platforms, cloud computing, and artificial intelligence. These technologies improve efficiency and global collaboration while requiring organizations to address cybersecurity, digital etiquette, and ethical considerations. Key takeaways: business communication forms the foundation of every successful organization. It enables managers and employees to exchange information effectively, coordinate activities, and achieve shared objectives. Communication supports all management functions, including planning, organizing, leading, controlling, decision-making, and problem-solving. Effective communication strengthens organizational culture, improves employee engagement, and enhances customer satisfaction. Successful organizations encourage open, transparent, and ethical communication while promoting active listening, collaboration, and continuous feedback. They recognize communication as a strategic organizational capability rather than simply an operational activity. Technological innovation continues to transform communication practices, yet human qualities such as empathy, emotional intelligence, integrity, and professional judgment remain essential for building meaningful relationships. Managers who invest in communication skills contribute significantly to organizational resilience, innovation, productivity, and long-term sustainability. Conclusion: business communication is far more than the exchange of information. It is the driving force behind organizational effectiveness, leadership excellence, and sustainable business success. Every strategic initiative, operational decision, customer interaction, and employee relationship depends upon the ability to communicate clearly, accurately, and professionally. As organizations continue to operate within increasingly complex, global, and technology-driven environments, communication has become one of the most valuable competencies. for business professionals. Effective communication supports innovation, facilitates collaboration, strengthens organizational culture, improves employee well-being, and enhances stakeholder confidence. However, communication requires continuous development. Managers and employees must adapt to emerging technologies, changing workforce expectations, cultural diversity, and evolving business environments while maintaining ethical standards and human-centered leadership. Organizations that invest in communication, training, and foster cultures of openness, trust, and mutual respect are better equipped to respond to challenges and seize future opportunities. Ultimately, communication is not merely a managerial skill, but a strategic organizational asset. It connects people with purpose, transforms ideas into action, and enables organizations to achieve excellence in an increasingly competitive world. By mastering the principles of business communication, future business leaders will be better prepared to inspire others, drive innovation, and contribute to long-term organizational success. References. References notice and for further reading. Kindly note that all references cited in this blog have been carefully selected from reputable academic sources and are provided in Harvard referencing style. As this lesson has been recorded for educational purposes, viewers and readers are encouraged to consult the original publications. You can find all the references at the end of this blog article. Final thoughts. Business communication remains one of the most influential factors in organizational performance. Whether leading a multinational corporation, managing a healthcare department, launching a startup, or coordinating a project team, the ability to communicate effectively determines how successfully people work together, solve problems, and achieve shared goals. Developing excellent communication skills is therefore not only an investment in professional success, but also in organizational excellence and lifelong leadership. Bonus educational resources. Chapter 5, Business Communication. Glossary of key business communication terms. Active listening. Fully concentrating on understanding, responding to, and remembering what another person is communicating. Business communication. The exchange of information within and outside an organization to achieve business objectives. Channel, the medium used to transmit a message, such as email, telephone, meetings, or video conferencing. Communication barrier, any obstacle that prevents a message from being understood accurately. Cross-cultural communication, communication between individuals from different cultural backgrounds. Digital communication, the exchange of information, using digital technologies such as email, messaging applications, and virtual meetings. Feedback, the response given by the receiver to indicate whether the message has been understood. Formal communication, official communication that follows organizational procedures and reporting structures. Informal communication, unofficial communication that occurs naturally among employees. Nonverbal communication, communication through facial expressions, gestures, posture, eye contact, and body language. Organizational communication that occurs within an organization between employees, departments, and management. Receiver, the individual or group who receives and interprets a message. Sender, the person who creates and communicates the message. Stakeholders, individuals or groups who have an interest in an organization, including employees, customers, investors, suppliers, and regulators. Verbal communication, communication using spoken language. Reflective questions and answers. 1. How has effective communication contributed to the success of organizations you have worked with or studied? Effective communication contributes to organizational success by ensuring that employees clearly understand their roles, responsibilities, and organizational objectives. It strengthens teamwork improves decision-making, reduces misunderstandings, and increases productivity. Organizations with open and transparent communication also tend to have higher employee engagement, stronger customer relationships, and a culture of trust that supports innovation and continuous improvement. 2. What communication barriers are most common in today's workplaces, and how could they be overcome? Some of the most common communication barriers include information overload, language differences, poor listening skills, cultural diversity, technological challenges, unclear messages, and organizational hierarchy. These barriers can be overcome by encouraging active listening, using clear and concise language, promoting open communication, providing regular feedback, investing in communication training, and selecting appropriate communication channels for different situations. 3. How can managers build trust? Through transparent communication. Managers build trust by communicating honestly, consistently, and respectfully, sharing accurate information, explaining decisions, encouraging employee feedback, acknowledging concerns, and admitting mistakes when necessary all demonstrate integrity. Transparent communication creates an environment where employees feel respected, informed, and valued, leading to stronger working relationships and greater organizational commitment. 4. How has digital technology changed business communication over the last decade? Digital technology has transformed business communication by making collaboration faster, more flexible, and more accessible. Tools such as video conferencing, cloud-based collaboration platforms, instant messaging, artificial intelligence, and social media allow organizations to communicate across different locations in real time. While these technologies have improved efficiency and connectivity, they have also introduced challenges such as cybersecurity risks, information overload, and the need for strong digital communication skills. 5. What communication skills would you most like to improve, and why? One of the most valuable communication skills to continue developing is active listening. Listening carefully helps build trust, improves understanding, reduces misunderstandings, and strengthens professional relationships. In addition, continuously improving presentation skills, emotional intelligence, and cross-cultural communication enables professionals to communicate confidently with diverse audiences and become more effective leaders in today's global business environment. Practical case study. Improving communication during organizational change. A large healthcare organization is introducing a new electronic patient management system. Employees have expressed concerns regarding training, increased workload, and uncertainty about the new procedures. Rumors begin circulating, resulting in reduced morale and resistance to change. Senior management decides to implement a comprehensive communication strategy that includes regular staff meetings, training sessions, frequently asked questions, email updates, departmental champions, and opportunities for employees to provide feedback. Within several months, staff confidence improves, collaboration increases, and the implementation is completed successfully. Discussion questions. Suggested answers. 1. Why did communication become essential during this organizational change? Communication became essential because it kept employees informed about the purpose of the change, reduced uncertainty, addressed concerns, and ensured that everyone understood their roles and responsibilities. Effective communication also helped build trust, minimize resistance, and support a smoother transition throughout the implementation process. 2. Which communication channels proved most effective? A combination of communication channels proved most effective. Face-to-face meetings allowed managers to explain the changes and answer questions, while emails, training sessions, virtual meetings, and internal communication, platforms ensured that information was shared consistently and reached all employees promptly. 3. How did employee feedback contribute to successful implementation? Employee feedback allowed management to identify concerns, clarify misunderstandings, and improve the implementation process. Listening to employees helped management make informed decisions, increase staff engagement, and encourage employees to feel involved in the organizational change, resulting in greater acceptance and collaboration. 4. What additional communication strategies could management have introduced? Management could have introduced regular progress updates, anonymous employee surveys, question and answer sessions, dedicated communication champions within each department, newsletters, and workshops. These strategies would have encouraged continuous dialogue, strengthened employee confidence, and improved overall communication throughout the change process. Communication skills checklist, self-assessment 1. Can I communicate clearly and professionally? Yes. I aim to express ideas clearly, respectfully, and professionally while ensuring that my message is easy for others to understand. 2. Do I actively listen before responding? Yes. Active listening helps me understand different perspectives, avoid misunderstandings, and respond thoughtfully. 3. Do I adapt my communication style to different audiences? Yes. Effective communicators adjust their language, tone, and level of detail depending on whether they are speaking to colleagues, managers, customers, or other stakeholders. 4. Do I encourage feedback? Yes. Encouraging feedback promotes open communication, continuous improvement, and stronger professional relationships. 5. Do I communicate ethically and honestly? Yes. Professional communication should always be based on honesty, transparency, integrity, and respect for others. 6. Do I use appropriate communication channels? Yes. Choosing the right communication channel, whether face-to-face, email, telephone, or digital platforms, helps ensure that messages are delivered effectively. 7. Do I manage conflict respectfully? Yes. Respectful communication, active listening, empathy, and a willingness to find constructive solutions are essential for resolving workplace conflicts. 8. Do I communicate confidently during presentations? Yes. Confidence, preparation, clear delivery, and audience engagement contribute to effective presentations. 9. Do I write professional emails and reports? Yes. Professional written communication should be accurate, well-structured, concise, and appropriate for the intended audience. 10. Am I continually improving my communication skills? Yes. Communication is a lifelong learning process. Regular practice, seeking feedback, participating in training, and reflecting on communication experiences help professionals continue developing this essential skill. Chapter Summary. Business communication is one of the most valuable organizational capabilities. It connects people, supports leadership, improves collaboration, strengthens organizational culture, and enables informed decision-making. Organizations that invest in effective communication create stronger relationships, higher employee engagement, greater innovation, and improved organizational performance. As businesses continue to evolve in an increasingly digital and global environment, communication remains the foundation of successful management and sustainable organizational success. 2026 Mary Lourdes Benici MBA. All rights reserved. This blog and all its contents, including articles, educational materials, images, graphics, videos, recordings, and original works, are the intellectual property of Mary Lourdes Benici and are protected by copyright law. No part of this publication may be reproduced, copied, distributed, published, transmitted, or used in any form without the prior written permission of the author. Excellent. We have now completed the full premium blog for Chapter 5, Business Communication.